what we'll do, basically will be a step-by-step demo of building faceted navigation in Plone 5 using eea.facetednavigation navigation add-on. What I use for this demo, it's a Plone 5 out of the box with eea.facetednavigation navigation add-on and some dummy content already there. For those of you who already use faceted navigation in Plone 4, basically it's the same package, ported to 5. It's no future features, no new features. It's all the same except for like some performance improvements. Okay, I will switch to my local Plone here. Oh, I forgot to plug my mouse. Okay, so I have a Plone here out of the box with eea.facetednavigation navigation already installed. And first thing, let's enable a faceted search area. So I will add a folder. I think, yeah. And then under action menu, I have several options here. Enable faceted navigation and enable faceted search. The difference between them, both of them are activating basically the faceted search on this location. The difference is the last one, enable faceted search, will not show you a set of results by default. It will be like only the criteria, and the user will have to select something, to make a filter, in order to have some results. Why that? Because, for example, performance. If you have like a search area with lots and lots of content, you don't want to display them all at once. You want to let user do an initial filtering first. But there are other use cases too. So I will enable faceted now. And doing that, you will already have a default configuration here, like a small portlet with portal types, a current search criteria, and there is a new menu here called faceted navigation. Let's see what's inside here. First of all, enable left portlets and enable right portlets. By default, they are disabled. The main idea of that is to gain more space on the page to display the results and all the faceted criteria, because setting up a faceted criteria, you'll have a lot of facets in theory, and those will need space to render. For example, if I enable the right portlets and the news portlets shows up, the space is already shrinking. If I will enable the left one, the space is barely usable, so this is nothing you can use. So by default, they are both disabled. They are here because doing that through the web is not that straightforward. You usually do it directly from the template.
Can you check the microphone if it's working?
I don't know.
Yeah, it works, but it's not projected.
Oh, it's not for us.
it's for the cameras.
Right.
Ah, okay, I'll talk louder. Okay, there is another option here, enable smart facets. This will hide all the facets, all the criteria you have on the page, if there is only one page of results, because there is make no sense to filter a set of results you will only display on a single page. So you will have basically just a listing there. Okay, now configure. This is basically the configuration area of the faceted navigation. I go here, and let me do it full screen. Better. Let me show you a bit what we have here. So, first of all, there are a lot of areas like top widgets, central top, left widgets, right widgets, center bottom, etc. So basically, these are the areas you'll have on the page where you can put widgets. You can just drag and drop them where you want to be displayed. Now, on the bottom, on the left, etc. So this is yet another feature, this drag and drop widgets on the configuration interface. And around the page here on the configurator, there are also small plus buttons which will allow you to add widgets on different sections. So if I click one of them, I'll be prompted to add a new widget. Okay. Also from the configurator, you can quickly manage the existing widgets, like basic operations to delete, edit, hide, and show. The edit, there is a shortcut. You can just double click on any widget and the edit form will pop up. One last thing here, there is an extended area here, extended search, where in case you have a lot of widgets, a lot of criteria you want to select from, you can put more in here to save space on the page, and they will, for example, I move sort on, I make it visible, I say layout, I want it on extended search, save, and now the widget will be on the extended search. What does it mean? If I go to the search page, there will be a small link here, more filters. So basically all the filters you add in extended search will show up only if you click more filters. So if I click here, the other filters will show up. If I click again, they will disappear. Okay. Now we'll talk about the widgets you can add on a faceted search. I go to configuration, and I will add some here. So there are like 15 widgets available to choose from. You can create your own if you want to, but that's just a programmer job, it's not an editor job. But it's quite easy to extend and do your own logic if you have something which is not already covered from these available widgets. Now, all widgets have some features in common. Like layout, it's the same thing you do by drag and drop. Like you can say here the position, right, top, left, etc. And the section which already I showed you, basic or extended search. Or you can hide the widget. Also, countable, it's a generic feature for most of the widgets. Of course, countable you won't have on a free text search, but most of the widgets have this option, countable, where you can decide if you want to have a counter on your widget. Basically, a small number will appear next to each option when you filter, and will give you an idea how many results you will get if you go on with that criteria. And more, you can choose to sort by countable. So if I do that, for example, right now is not sorted by countable, and if I go here, my portlet will show up some empty options because I don't have any collection, I don't have any event in my portal, and if I want to find the one which really matters, I have to go a little bit down. So if I go back to configuration, edit, countable, and I say sort by countable, hey, the relevant one with basically with results will show up. Now it's much better, right? I have news, I have 48 news, 27, because basically they are alphabetically sorted, the options you have in the widget. If I expand, I will see some again some trash here. I don't need this if they will get me any gain, any hit. I don't have any event in the portal, so this is redundant information, so we can get rid of it by editing again the portlet, countable, and you have a third option here, hide items with 0 results. So if I check this again, I go back to the view, and now I have a clean selected, a clean widget, a clean facet, with only options I can choose from. So if I go here, all the others which are not relevant will are disappeared. Okay, another, let me check. Okay, another generic property of the widgets is the display, and basically you decide how many items should be display listed by default. If there are more than you mentioned here, there will be that button to expand, like this one, more and less. And you can choose how many you want there. Okay, so layout I told you, countable I told you. And countable is quite nice feature because basically, if I will add another portlet, let me show you. I will add portlet workflow states, for example. I put checkboxes, workflow states, catalog index. It's like review states. I choose to get the values from the vocabulary, and I make it countable. Save, and I go to view. Now I have two widgets here, and the counting is updating on all of them automatically, like they're all connected. If I, for example, choose news, you see right now there are like 45 private and 15 published.
And that's for, excuse me, that's for total on your site.
Total, exactly, because right now I have no, you see here, I have no criteria selected. It's basically all the content. Now if I filter more and I say news, okay, yeah, the portlet is also updated, and the count now basically say how many news items are private and published. Because if I choose now private, I will get only news. You can see here in the criteria, only news which are in state private. Okay. Now I will show you all the available widgets. I'll try to be quick because there are quite a lot, and we already started late. So alphabetic. This one I'll put it on the top. I'll say nice name, alphabetic. Okay. Add, sorry, title. Add. Basically, I choose a catalog index here, so the filtering will be made upon the values from this catalog index. So I will have an alphabetic options here based on the title of the content I have in the portal. So if I go here and I choose to give me all the content starts with B, I will get only those which title starts with B, and so on. This widget can be easily extended for any language if you want. It's just a vocabulary away. If you have some other character like umlauts and so on, you can just update easily. Okay. Then we have Boolean, which is basically, okay, let's put here Boolean. If you choose to have a Boolean criteria, you should choose a specific index from the catalog, which you will know will have values which match a Boolean filtering. So for example, I will select is folders, already by default, the indexes which are listed here are only the ones which may be suitable for this kind of filtering. Okay, like the search one, the text one are not here because they are surely not Boolean indexes.
So those are all Boolean.
Yeah, those are field indexes.
Creator isn't there, Alec?
Maybe. But okay, put it here. Maybe a small regression bug from the Plone 5 porting, but okay, so it works like yes or no. Like it's now I have all the content here, and I say Boolean, and I will get only the folders. All the other portlets already updated, and I have no other choice here except for the folder for the folders. Okay. Now, next one, checkboxes. I already showed you this one with portal types and so on. It's okay. Let's go through the properties here. Friendly name, catalog index. Again, you select some catalog. You can put an operator if you want to make, because it's a multiple choice widget basically, and you want to make or and between them, between the selections you do. You can make the operator visible. Okay, I put it visible for the portal types. You can get this vocabulary property of a widget is kind of generic for those widgets which support that. And basically, you can choose from an existing vocabulary to populate the facet, basically the criteria you want to select from a predefined list, from a fixed vocabulary. Otherwise, the other option is to get from the catalog unique values of the index you selected. Like type index, give me all the unique values of that catalog index. In this case, I prefer a control catalog, a control vocabulary. So I selected.
It would be really amazing if you could also, for simple cases, enter in 5 things directly there. Say, I don't want to make a vocabulary. I don't want to take it from the catalog. I want these 3 items.
How to further filter it, you mean, or?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, this is something that I would say. I can give this to anybody, but not everybody can make a vocabulary, and you don't want to show all of the values.
It's for more expert users vocabularies.
Yeah.
But you can use, for example, 80 vocabulary, but I don't think it works on Plone 5. But if you use it, if you are using Plone 4, you can use 80 vocabulary, which is through the web. I'm not sure in Plone 5, Paul, you can make through the web vocabularies. I think you can, but I'm not sure about that. Like Zope, I'm not sure. Maybe somebody can say it. So basically, if you are able to create, if you know how to create a vocabulary, it's just one step away. So you either ask for help from a developer or find it yourself how to do it. Okay, so let's see how it looks, the checkbox widget with operator enabled, visible. I think I didn't. Portal type, operator visible, save. And now on portal type widget, I have this small thing here. So I choose from any for and, basically and or. Okay. Next widget is, let's see, checkbox is date. It's a date widget. And I say here, date. I choose, okay, here are the right indexes are not like a creator or but maybe the text, maybe the Boolean is more permissive. I don't know. But you see here are only the date indexes. So I say let's effective date, add, go here. This is a bit special, like the implementation, and you can filter by decide 2 weeks ago, 5, 1, 2 days. It's not that you can you can do a refined search here. It's more like generic if you want to quickly restrict a search. Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry, yeah, sorry to interrupt, but I thought this would be useful as a portlet too, because the collection.
Which one?
Excuse me, not as a collection, going back to the and/or, because in collections now in 5, you can't do an or, you can only do and. And in
Okay.
4, you can do or, correct?
Yeah, this
So
is
you could use
this is different than collections. It's another thing.
But you
It's still a search, but
right.
okay.
And you can use it as in, if you use not the search but the navigation, for end user purposes it becomes
would-
collection.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly, because for whatever reason, or is not in Plone 5.
Okay. Next widget is a date range. So again, I put name, date, range. I select an index. Again, effective date, let's say. I go on view. And now this is more refined search for a period of time, right? So you can just point directly a day here, and I don't know, something like that. Okay, I delete this one. Next widget is a debugger. This is quite important, quite a nice widget here. I will add it on the central top. Debugger. If you add a debugger widget, it will show on only for the user who edit it. So it will not spam all the others, because basically maybe some developer want to do some debug on a search area where it was asked to do that. And for the end users and for all the other editors, it will not show up. It show up only for him. So if I add that, I go to view, and I have the debugger widget. This is for more advanced users, because here you can effectively see the catalog query which is made. So if I select news item, it updates and said, okay, portal type, operator, or query news item. If I change any, operator change to and so on. So basically, if the results are not satisfactory for you, you can just watch the query and find out what's wrong there and why the result you didn't saw. And it's again another one for same thing for counters. Like if you see some strange counting which doesn't match your expectations, you can go here and debug why that number showed up. So it's quite easy to fix your search area. If you are, I know it's a bit advanced, but still it's quite a useful tool. Okay, I will delete this. I will let the debugger, but I will put it on the bottom. Okay. E-tag. Basically, this one it's just for case when you have cache on your search, like memcache or any other solution, and you want to basically reset the cache. Well, like caching is storing all your queries and result sets, and at a point for some reason you want to basically purge or reset the cache. And it's just okay, let me show you. You just put a new number, and everything which was cached, add. By default, it's 10. Okay, and I do search. I use this area, and at a point, okay, I want to flush everything from my cache. I just go here and I change the number, and that's it. All the new things they come now from the search and end up in the cache are new. So you won't hit anything from the cache, and so on. Okay. I forgot to mention you the default values for the widgets are can be set up also from the configurator. Like just put the value on the widget. For example, on portal type, okay, I want to put a default value, and I want to be news. OK. Now the default value will be news. If I go to faceted, default value, news items. OK, delete the tag. What else? Filters. I already have a filters here. Filters is this one, current search. So basically shows you what you have selected. Like this one from here, current search. So if I select more like image, it shows me, OK, from portal type facet, you choose news item and image. And the search is sort on effective date. So you get all the informations about what the filters are applied here. Even if, in this case, for example, sort on is hidden, the widget, but still will show up here, so you will know why you get that set of results in that order. Well, you tell me when I have to finish.
I have 5 minutes left, so you should
OK.
finish now.
OK, I'll go quick. Let's see if there are more specific widgets I can show you. There is a pass widget where you can put your pass to filter from. A static, you can put a normal Plone portal here, portlet, radio button, range. This is for prices, for example, if you have something to sell and you want to look for something it's between some values. Results filter, this is a conditioner, like you put a condition for your results. This is a result, the batching, results per page, select, sorting, tile expression, another type of conditional, tax cloud, clear, text field, and text field with suggestion. This is for Solar. If you have Solar, you can use this and put at work your Solar data. And let me see quickly. I think basically it's all that. The only thing I want to show you more is like export import feature here. So basically, once you have set up faceted criteria, you can just export a profile from here and just go to another area and just import, and you have the same criteria and definitions there. Or you can do backups. I don't know. It can be used in different ways. And I think I'm done. If you want to have a better performance, you can use memcache, and will boost significantly your speed there. But you'll see differences only if you really have a lot of content. Otherwise, it's quite fast. OK. I think I'm done. I'll skip the the final part with documentation and so on.
For installing in Plone 5, do you have to specify the version or anything, or just, in build-out? I've used this navigation before. I never.
You have to specify right now, because we will change that, because right now it's a release candidate for Plone 5, but in the following days will be a normal version release. So some smaller issue left, and we decided to put it as release candidate. But we will do a real release, because it's not blocked. It's like when you install, you get an unstyled page and minor things.
So I used this in Plone 4, and it was really great. Thanks for bringing it to 5.
Thanks to you for pushing it.
Thank you.